Hey guys, and welcome back to Boxmining. And you guessed it, it's news update time. So we got the latest updates, and let's be honest here, there's a group of mildly interesting updates today, and hopefully that adds up to a very interesting episode. Also, this episode, as you can know, we're doing a giveaway this week because it's Chinese New Year, so 恭喜发财. This is where we give a lot of hongbao, red packets, as a thanks and appreciation and a well-wishing for the prosperity of next year. So if you stick to the end, that's where the giveaway is going to be, and everyone gets a piece because you just have to scan a QR code, and that's pretty much it. So let's get straight into news and see what's happening. First off, let's not bore you guys with cryptocurrency prices. Recently, we haven't had any movement for the past week almost. Next up, this is a much bigger deal than people think it is, and this relates to Mac passwords and how they're stored. So if you're using a Mac computer, a researcher demonstrated that with a single click, they can access someone's password stored on their Mac. So what are the immediate implications of this? Well, if you use the Mac password saver, or if you use a Mac and use it to store passwords for and your email for your exchange, then you probably want to update to the latest version of the OS ASAP. It does fix this. And also considering making a very secure password, so that way you can protect your funds from being hacked. Now, if you don't use Macs, what does this apply in the long term? It just turns out that these big companies are really bad at security. Technically speaking, this store of passwords should be in the most encrypted, most secure part of the Mac, and yet someone can easily demonstrate they can just waltz in on one button and reveal all your passwords. So it just goes to show that PCs and machines that are surprisingly very capable. Any machine like a PC or a Mac, anything that's capable of doing a lot of functions, these can be exploited easily. And that's why we use hardware wallets, because they're more secure, because they're, in actual fact, they're dumber. Next up, we got Vitalik. He really throws a lot of the high performance blockchains under the bus. So let's hear what he's got to say.
Very small. So a lot of the time when a blockchain project claims we can do 3500 TPS because we have a different algorithm, what we really mean is we are a centralized pile of trash that only works because we have 7 nodes running the entire thing.
So yeah, there's definitely a huge debate right now between these, high performance blockchains that does sacrifice the openness that Ethereum has in exchange for higher transaction throughput. So it's kind of to see the interesting battle between them. And what I want to make is a future episode really comparing what's happening on Ethereum, on Neo, on EOS, and all the other new blockchains that do have, million TPSs. Because at the end of the day, we really need to see what can be used on there. Next up, this is also quite interesting as well. So Charlie Lee has been pushing Litecoin very hard recently by adding new tech that could be integrated to Bitcoin, and he wants to try it out first. So first, he was talking about adding confidential transactions on. So this would essentially make Litecoin much more private, almost as like Monero-like. And then now he's also talking about bulletproofs and Mimblewimble extensions. So you guys know Mimblewimble is very hot right now because of the way it compresses a transaction by essentially hiding a lot of the detail and also reducing not just reducing, making it almost impossible to trace where transactions are coming from and going to. So if Litecoin actually manages to integrate any of this, it's actually really exciting because that means that we could potentially integrate it onto Bitcoin and adopt it. And regardless, it's also really interesting for Litecoin too to experiment these additions in technology. Now, talking about Grin and Mimblewimble, this is actually quite interesting. So we got one of the co-founders of Grin pointing out that he's disappointed with the launch of Grin. One of the reasons is because there's a lot of speculation around it, and one of the kind of campaigns to fund developers, Eastplume, wasn't really getting the funding it deserves. So there's a lot of hype and people trying to be industrious there, but no one's really donating and helping a community project forward. So the good news here is that when he posted this 7 days ago, it was only 10% funded. So the developer asked for 55,000 euros. But now the good news is that, where the goal has been met. 66,000 euros has been donated and the addresses are full. So it goes to show that there is good in the community. It's just about raising awareness for it and also pushing it forward. And I want to keep this positive message forward as well, because we've been seeing a lot on this channel, a lot of these, posts about scam coins, exit scams, shit coins, and it just really makes people like quite upset to just see that this whole space just seems to be surrounded by negativity. And I think one of the coolest things happened to me on Tuesday. So the story goes like this. So I'm releasing this new pack of Boxmining cards, and unfortunately, due to some poor planning, I didn't have my own card, which is kind of cool. So I told that to the community, guys, I didn't have my card. And this guy, IH, he went out to actually buy the card for me and send it to me for free. I mean, it really made my day. And I want to say a big thank you and really appreciate all the generous, the helpful, and the genuinely nice people out there in the space. I mean, from donating to developers behind Grin to helping others out. I just want to remind ourselves that, this community is really awesome. And at the end of the day, we should cherish it. And on that note, we got the giveaways part 2. So as you guys know, it's Chinese New Year, and it's customary to give out red packets packed with cash. Instead of packing red envelopes packed with cash, we're going to give out non-fungible tokens on this channel. So if you want to participate, there's a QR code right here. All you have to do is you have to scan it with the Engine wallet. In terms of what's in this packet, there's a chance to win 1 of 5 Boxmining specific cards. And these are 4 of them I designed myself, and 1 of them is drawn by an Engine artist. So really like to thank that artist for drawing for me as well. And we also have the red packets, and these are donated by Engine. So total in this giveaway, it's also the same, $1,337 worth of value prizes to get. So, if you guys do get something cool, comment in the comment section below. And tell me if you guys have collected a full set already. I've been doing a lot of giveaways on both my Instagram page and on Twitter. So they're both Boxmining. I'll just leave the social media commenting section below. So these are mini giveaways that will happen throughout this week as well. And with that, that is the end of this episode. So recently I published a video on my kind of thoughts on the Ledger Nano S. I'll also be publishing on my thoughts, my little mini review on the Finny, the new Siren Labs phone as well. And I've been obviously playing games on it. So I hope you guys like the reviews. And if you guys like to have anything you want me to review in the future as well, do leave a comment in the comment section. I would love to hear what devices or tech that you guys are excited about. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. See you guys in the next one.